Whenever we talk about AI, the conversation almost always lands on the same thing, right? How smart is it? We get so caught up in its performance, the quality of its answers. But what if? What if we're missing a much more fundamental question about the knowledge it's actually using?
I mean, we're constantly seeing these benchmarks, right? AI is getting faster, more capable, smarter every single day. But if we only focus on its performance, we might be missing the most critical piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, who actually decides what information an AI gets to see? And maybe more importantly, who gets to interact with it? This whole question of control, well, it becomes super critical when we stop using AI by ourselves and start using it in teams.
Okay, so this is where we need a whole new kind of tool. And one example that really tackles this head-on is a thing called NotebookLM. It's designed specifically for these shared environments, places where controlling the knowledge base isn't just important, it's everything.
So the core idea here is all about collaboration. I'm talking about project teams at work, study groups for school, or, hey, even just managing your family documents. The tool is really built for any situation where a bunch of people need to get to the same set of information, and they need it to be reliable.
So to make all that work, NotebookLM has this really clever system built around two totally distinct roles. And these roles, they determine exactly what you can, and just as importantly, what you can't do inside that shared knowledge space.
It's a really clear division of labor. First, you have the owner. Think of them as the curator or the gatekeeper. They control all the source documents, they add stuff, remove stuff, they're in charge. Then you have the interactor. They can come in, ask all the questions they want, explore the content, get summaries, but, and this is key, they can't change the source material. This is huge because it prevents any accidental deletions or changes to that core info.
And this separation, it's really, really powerful. It means a subject matter expert can build this perfect, definitive knowledge base and then just let everyone else use it like an interactive tool without ever having to worry about someone messing with the original information.
Okay, so that's the theory. But what does this look like in practice? Let's actually walk through how this owner-interactor model plays out in a couple of different real-world scenarios.
All right, first up, let's talk about a work environment. Just imagine a project manager setting up a notebook. They load it up with all the key internal documents, past project reports, official procedures, the whole shebang.
Okay, so now the team members, they're the interactors, can jump in and ask really specific, important questions. Things like, hey, what did we learn from that last project? Or what's the official process for this? And here's the magic. The AI gives them answers based only on those hand-picked approved materials, not some random stuff from the internet. It makes sure everybody is literally working from the same playbook.
Okay, now let's picture this in a classroom. A teacher is the owner. They create a notebook and fill it with all the course materials, the readings, the lecture notes, everything.
The students then become the interactors. They can ask the AI an unlimited number of questions, they can ask for explanations in totally different ways, or they can explore connections between different topics. And it's all happening inside this safe, curated space. They basically get a superpowered study partner, and there's zero risk of them accidentally changing the official curriculum.
And look, this isn't just for work or school. You can totally use this for your personal life, for your family.
I mean, think about it. You could create a family notebook with all the important stuff. Health records, insurance papers, travel plans, even the manual for that tricky new appliance. Then you just give a family member interactor access. They can find exactly what they need whenever they need it without you ever having to worry about them accidentally editing or deleting one of those super important files.
So this all leads to another massive benefit of this controlled approach, because everyone, and I mean everyone, is working from the exact same set of documents. You create a single, consistent source of truth.
And this is a really key difference. See, a lot of AI tools just pull answers from the giant, messy, often contradictory open internet, right? Two people can ask the exact same question and get totally different answers. But with a tool like this, the AI is grounded only in the sources you provide. That's it, which means everyone is working from the exact same foundation. So what does this do? Well, it dramatically cuts down on misunderstandings and people being on different pages. And because the owner can keep updating that knowledge base over time, it becomes this reliable, living resource that's perfect for long-term projects.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway here? And what's one last, really important thing we need to keep in mind?
First, it is absolutely essential to remember that even an AI that's grounded in your sources can still make mistakes. It can misunderstand context. It can oversimplify something complex. This kind of tool is here to help you explore and understand information more efficiently. It is not a replacement for your own critical thinking and human judgment. That part's still on you. So the key takeaway is this. It's not just about raw intelligence. It's really about controlled knowledge, creating a shared understanding, and making our collaboration with AI safer and way more productive.
And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. This whole model of owners and interactors, that's just one way to start setting the rules for how we partner up with AI. But as this tech gets woven deeper and deeper into our lives, the much bigger question becomes, how are we going to set the rules for this powerful new collaboration?